Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, who are teaching us truth and sincerity. And a shout out to Yakims out there on the four quarters of the earth proclaiming this truth. Rocking the Yahweh, rocking the Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, Rakatam. So, you already heard the king of Babylon earlier in a statement say that he won't rest until all Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans receive the jab. Well, now they're talking about equity, right? So either way, though, the hour of temptation, well, it's been here for a while. We can't reiterate that enough. You see, those that are going and getting this jab are going to take the mark of the beast at the end of the day.
Letter from Sacramento County community leaders lays out how the COVID-19 pandemic disproportionately impacts African Americans. While African Americans make up about 10% of the county's population, only 4% have been vaccinated. Statewide, less than 3% vaccinated are African American. That's why the group Sacramentans Advocating for Vaccine Equity, or SAVE, asked the county to address some key things like creating an African-American COVID-19 vaccine committee, overseeing how healthcare providers and pharmacies are reaching African Americans, creating a list of all vaccination sites with dates, times, and tiers, as well as launching a campaign to motivate African Americans to participate in the vaccination effort.
And you thought this was only in San Jose. You see this devil here, man? You know? But he's, you know, our people, man, they think that this devil is their friend.
Supervisor Sue Frost responded to their letter with one of her own, saying the disparity, quote, is a reflection of the underrepresentation of African Americans and other communities of color in the occupations that were initially prioritized for vaccination, rather than a reflection of outreach efforts, although she admits to challenges with the vaccine rollout.
We're not getting as many vaccines as we feel is our share.
But she says the county is working to address some disparities.
Oh boy, she looks like she wants to be your friend. Do we trust this devil to be our friend? Yeah, that's just it. Oh, and did we not say they would keep on doing this? New mutant COVID strain discovered in Finland, which may evade tests. So, the test, they don't really say a whole lot, so you just need to get the injection so that way, you make sure that you've been injected. But that's not going to be enough. Hospital officials in Finland are grappling with the surge in coronavirus cases as the spread of new and more contagious strains spread throughout the country. Yeah, I bet. Including one new variant which may not show up on tests. So you see, they're going to say tests aren't enough. You see how this devil works? But wait, there's more. J&J COVID jab is 72% effective. Well, I thought it was 90% effective. Well, they can't figure out the numbers. On track for emergency approval Saturday. Following a wave of trial results, alternatively teasing and questioning the efficiency of the company's max, including the possibility that it might not be effective as a single-shot jab. So, a third shot, perhaps? Well, that's coming, man. That 2 shots are not enough. No, they're just going to continue poking you. But anyhow, judgments is going out for all you that keep on taking the jab and all that. See how the Most High is playing. As if he's playing with you, man. He's going to fucking kill your ass. And may the Most High kill your ass. You fucking deserve to die.
Yo, that's hot. Back up.
Oh
back
my
up.
God.
Back up. Holy shit.
Oh my God.
Most High is pouring out his wrath. You're just beginning to see
Dude,
that.
that's gonna be a train.
Wow, we felt that in the car.
Fuck out of here.
Then you have this.
Shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash. Yahweh be the true name for the Heavenly Father. Yahweh Shai being the name of his only begotten Son, for the world eagerly calls God and Jesus Christ. I want to give double honor to the elders, the apostles, a great millstone, taught us truth and will well. We salutations to hopefully pushing his truth and honest sincerity. Y'all stop punishing the spirit power of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. Amen. This lesson is going into the judgment, the fury of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. This is the third time I had to try to do this lesson. Lord's will, the audio doesn't get corrupted on it. So y'all saw the first upload. I don't know, Esau's fucking with my shit, man. But, Lord's will, I get this out. Basically, it's in the same time period or same day, or maybe days apart, you got a gigantic train explosion that crashed with an 18-wheeler. That was the first thing you saw in the opening part of the video. And then another news came out. It says Tiger Woods suffers serious injuries to legs car crash as fire crews are forced to pry bars to cut golf icon from car. Okay? And then we go into what happened last week. You go into what happened last week. You had 6 or 9 killed, involving 6 dead in a 133 car pileup in Fort Worth at the freezing rain Colts roads, and you had a nationwide freeze that happened pretty much. Hey, so the Lord has been getting busy, man. He's been judging this place heavily. There's been so much destruction. It's hard to really keep up with what's going on right now in the world. It's hard to report on everything that's happening at one time. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus 39:28. There be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them. And so these spirits, they are created for vengeance, and they sure are executing that vengeance right now. These are the demonic forces that the Lord controls and is unleashing on these people. All these explosions and wrecks and car crashes, natural disasters, economy going down, pandemic. These are all signs of the time. 2 Timothy 3:1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. Are we not in perilous times right now? Look at all the death and destruction that's going on, man. Look at how 2020 started off last year with a bang. One of the top athlete celebrities taking out Kobe Bryant in a helicopter crash, followed by a pandemic. Then over almost an entire year of shutdowns and so on and so forth, ended with Chadwick Boseman getting taken out. Now they're pushing the jab on people. All these potion injections, forcing people to get ready to take that. People lost jobs. Almost all the jobs last year were predominantly lost by women. People going homeless, losing their homes, losing their cars. Judgment after judgment after judgment after judgment. Death after death after death. Destruction after destruction. This is perilous times, last days, man. The Lord is basically just continuing to give us examples. This is the book of Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I, even I am he, and there is no God with me. I kill, and I make alive. I wound, and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So when you see all this destruction, you're wondering what's going on. It's the Lord doing it. Why? Why is he doing this? Because he's pissed off. The sins of Babylon have reached unto heaven. The sins of America have reached unto heaven. Okay? So we're going to continue to see all these negative news reports and posts of all this destruction. Why? Because this is the time of the perilous times. The Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is judging the earth. He's going to continue to take out some of your favorite celebrities, man. Going to continue to do it. Going to continue to give you upsets and downs. A lot of people taking L's and they're going to keep taking them L's too. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus 43 and 29. The Lord is terrible and very great, and marvelous is his power. Terrible can go into, scary too. So it's not all good that he pushes out. I mean, it all works for his good. But ultimately, he has a side that these Christian churches don't really tell you about, that he kills. The most they tell you in the church as far as the destruction that the Lord will bring is about Noah and the flood. But they don't really go into the nitty-gritty, man, the dark side. And it's not really a dark side because it's righteous judgment. But I mean, as far as the side that people associate of death and destruction and fear, the Lord has a very, very big portion of that he constantly executes every single day. This is the book of Hebrews 10 and 31. It is a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living God. So for all of you that say only God can judge me, well, this is God judging you. So you should be terrified to make that statement. I'm sure he wish he never made that statement at this point as he sits up there in the hospital with serious injuries. As you know, he probably done said that before. Only God can judge me. Nobody can judge me. You see, that's your people's problem, man. You don't want to take correction. Getting judged is correction. So if you have a prophet telling you ain't living your life right, and you need to do this right, you need to do that right, you say, well, you ought to tell me, man. No, it's our job. The scriptures tell you to judge. When it says judge not, it's talking about executing physical judgments of death. Because back in the day, in the ancient world, they used to have things to where you got doing certain sins, you were put to death for them. But you really aren't allowed to do that if you're without sin yourself. That's why Yahushua said, "He who cast the first stone." But it's not talking about that you cannot warn people from doing something wrong, and telling people to stop doing something wrong and telling them to repent to get right, so they won't be judged by the Lord. Because this is what happens when you get judged by the Lord. Every single one of those individuals involved in that pile up. You got 133 cars. There's a lot of people involved in that. All of them got judged. That's what happens when the Lord judges you. You ask for it, right? So hey, man, we're living in these times, man. The Lord ain't playing. Look at the size of this explosion, man. Look at them clouds, man. Look at this, man. You see that? This is why the scriptures say it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of the living power. Look how far they were away from that explosion. And they said clearly in the video that they could still feel the heat. Well, the heat is coming. Y'all really about to feel the heat. When the missiles get dropped, when that lake of fire gets cast upon the earth and Babylon the Great, that's when you're really going to be hot. So with that, I'm going to close out and give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rakakadash, double honors to the elders, the apostles, great millstone, Tasha's truth and will well, and citations, hopefully like pushing this truth and all honesty and sincerity. Shalom.
And people don't ever think, though, that it's the Most High. It's pouring out judgment. Judgments are going out. And again, may the Most High kill you fucking 2/3 that are going and getting the jab, man. You fucking deserve to die, Most High ain't fucking playing with you. Here we've gone out, day in and day out, man. There's a camp every day going out and warning you not to take that jab, not to listen to the so-called white man, the devil, But you don't want to listen, you're gonna die. $100 oil bet surged after Texas turmoil, so, yeah, that's just it. Brent crude prices could hit $70 a barrel at the second quarter in 2021, but they're saying that it could go all the way up to $100 a barrel. So expect bigger prices out there. However, as Bloomberg reports, these forecasts are for $100 are far from the current consensus. Yeah, but these prices do change at any time. Look at everything else. Oh, and doesn't this seem to help out their program? Biden to sign executive order on alarming computer chip shortage that thrashed car makers. So, that chip so that way they can track your every movement. Yeah, he's going to have it in vehicles and all that. It's going to work with the RFID in your hand or in your forehead. Among U.S. manufactured items seen as vital across multiple industries, which increasingly came up in short supply as demand increased faster than expected amid the coronavirus hoax, have been semiconductor chips and large capacity batteries for electric vehicles. So, why did they want these fuel burners off there? Because, again, they want computer chips to track your every movement. That's what the discussion is really all about. And Biden is ruling on that. Thus, everyone is pretty much. But hey, this is Esau losing it, man, because he knows that his time is short. And look at this goddamn Shedamite, man.
Eternity, motherfucker. I'm just trying to help you.
I'm sorry, but I don't need your help.
Yes, you do, motherfucker. You do need my help, sir. Can't you
About
see
Jesus?
That, son of a bitch?
Could you please just let me check out my groceries?
Fuck you, I'm trying to help you, motherfucker.
Wow, this is...
You gotta ask Jesus Christ.
I don't have
sinners.
to do anything.
Fuck Jesus.
We're all sinners.
Okay.
He's not gonna force you to do it.
You're sinning right now.
No, I'm not, motherfucker. You fucking accuser. Get the fuck out of here, you fucking accuser. You motherfucking accuser. Get the fuck out of here.
Wow.
You motherfucking accuser.
Reminds me of Mist, the
Accuser
movie.
of the fucking brethren, you motherfucker. Yes, ma'am.
Can I ask you what's going on?
I'm pissed because he won't repent.
Okay.
Christianity.
I just want to get some groceries and go home.
Thank you. Okay, so because it's really confused on their shortage, you're mad at
I don't give a fuck because it's gonna burn in hell. And you are too, bitch. You don't have to.
Yep, Jesus saves.
You're sitting down there fucking with them, screaming in holy fucking terror of fucking fire and brimstone. Do you fucking get it?
Yeah, totally understand. But I can't have you yelling and spewing profanities at other people that are in the store.
Well, fuck you then.
I mean, it's not the way to do it. No, that's not the way to do it.
Answer my fucking question. Fuck you, don't call me ma'am. Who the fuck told you what my title is, motherfucker? Shut the fuck up.
All right.
Motherfucker.
In the peaceful manner, you're going to have police here.
I do apologize.
Yeah, good fucking burn in hell, motherfucker.
In order to be saved, otherwise you're gonna spend eternity in fucking hell. And I don't want that. I want you to be saved.
Ma'am, I appreciate it.
I want you to be saved, sir. I don't want you to burn in hell for all of fucking eternity. You know that's who you're fucking right.
That is my choice in life.
I want you to please understand how much love. That's why I'm doing this, sir.
Ma'am,
This is my job.
I'm not sensing God's love for you right now.
Let me tell you,
So what I need you to
when you love somebody and you're in hell, and you think you're going to experience fucking love in hell, sir?
that is
Do
my
you? You got that right, motherfucker. Get the fuck away from me, piece of shit.
I've been in my position.
Get the fucking away from me.
Ma'am.
You're in my personal space, bitch.
You're in my position.
Get out of my fucking personal space. You came over to me, motherfucker. I didn't come over to you.
Move yourself from the
Fuck you.
Ma'am.
Shut the
Get out.
fuck up. You all better repent. Because the kingdom of heaven is at hand. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut your fucking mouth, bitch. You don't have Jesus Christ in your heart. I feel fucking sorry for you.
motorcycle fucker. See, Esau knows that he's near the end, man. Now nobody's wearing a mask in this, so this is obviously before the pandemic.
I don't give a shit. They're gonna fucking. I don't give a shit. You can lock me.
Oh wait, I guess there is something fucking.
Parole. Better off than any one of you motherfuckers. Shut the fuck up. Fuck you, sir. Shut the fuck. Are you that good?
Alright, there we go.
People are going to stand up.
You are under arrest.
Shalom, shalom. First off, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Hashem, Yahushai, Ba'Hashem, Rakakadash, Yahweh being the true name for the Heavenly Father, Yahushai being the name for His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ. I want to give a double honor to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, that taught us truth and rule well, and salutations to you, hopefully, pushing this truth in all honesty and sincerity. This is Brother Yahweh Sop, comes from the Spirit Power, Yahweh Ba'Hashem, Yahushai. And title of this lesson, if you needed a good laugh, watch. But hey, you know, everything is still spiritual too, because as we can see, you know, the curses are being put on Esau right now. Esau is losing his mind, losing his grip. And what that woman was is that's basically a woman that was possessed by a spirit on the left-hand side. You know, but still you can see that the spirits still serve Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, because, you know, as much as an ass that Shedamite was acting, hey, that's how brothers feel when we go in the damn fucking Walmarts and we walk through our everyday lives. We feel like cutting up like that too. You know? But nobody is dealing with that Christianity bullshit no more, man. And Esau's upset, he's losing his grip because that Babylon juice is starting to, you know, that drunkenness, that buzz is starting to wear off. Ain't nobody accepting this Christianity bullcrap no more, man. You know, and Esau, when he's getting desperate, losing his grip, you know, them demons really come out of Esau. You know, that Shedamite devil, you know, that was a pure demon that was working through her. You know, and she might have had that disability called like Tourette's or something like that, from what it was looking like. But you know, hey, that woman was gone, man. But I'm gonna start with this precept, Deuteronomy 30:7. And Yahweh thy God will put all these curses upon thine enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. You know, so one of the curses that was put on us is Deuteronomy 28:28. It says, Yahweh shall smite thee with madness and blindness and astonishment of heart. Alright, so Esau just got smitten with madness, man. You know, Satan is really divided against Satan. And the one thing that used to bring Satan together is heavy, you know, Christianity. You know, which that is not, Christianity is not biblical. First of all, the Lord's name is not Christ. It's not Jesus. His real name in the Paleo Hebrew is Yahushai. All right. They switched up the name. That letter J wasn't even invented until the 1600s, man. It didn't come out to the 1600s. If you go into the year 1611 Bible, which the King James Bible was published in the year 1611, you're not going to find a letter J in it. All the letter J's are letter I's in there. Okay, and they're pronounced like with a "y" sound, or you know. So Jesus is not his name. Yes, it is printed that way because the name was hidden and stripped away. But when you put together the clues, the parables of the Bible, you could find out the real name, and it is in fact Yahweh, and his father's is Yahweh. Okay? So that woman had a demon on her that was, you know, just completely let loose. The woman was walked in there basically possessed, man. And she's spewing her Christian rhetoric to her fellow Edomites. You know, the scriptures say there be spirits created for vengeance, and the Lord was going to curse our enemies. You know, and one of the curses that came across our people was madness. And now Esau is being smitten with that madness, man, because our people have been just as bad, going around, you know, spreading that Jesus juice, man. Well, you know, hey, the Lord isn't dealing with that, man. And it's beautiful because our people are now waking up to what the Lord is dealing with. You know, it's straight biblical scriptures and going into the Hebrew and going into prophecy. Now we look up that word madness. Let's see what it's got for definitions here. Alright, madness is the quality or state of being mad. A state of severe mental illness. Okay? So, this was or Lambi says, behavior or thinking that is very foolish or dangerous. Extreme folly. Also it says intense anger, rage. Okay, so this was a curse that was put on our people. And now it's going on Esau. Now this is why you got Esau just straight killing each other. You got Esau blowing each other up, going on shooting rampades, staging capital riots and doing physical riots, beating each other up. You know, that's this curse coming upon our enemies, like we read in Deuteronomy 30:7. Okay, this is the book of Zechariah 12:4. It says, "In that day, saith Yahweh, I will smite every horse with astonishment, and his rider with madness. And I will open mine eyes upon the horse of Judah, and will smite every horse of the people with blindness." So this is a curse that was put about our people. Now Esau's feeling it. He's feeling it. He's full of rage. He's full of craziness and psychotic people. The suicides right now, upon and at least in America, the #1 nationality for committing suicides, you know, you got basically Gad, which is still Israelites, and Esau now. And you know, Esau wasn't always the case for Edomites. Edomites used to be loving their lives, man. You would never hear about a so-called white man offer himself, you know, unless he found his wife cheating on him or something like that. You know, Esau can't take that type of curse or pressure. And he just killed a whole damn family and then off himself. You know. Yeah, like Chris Benoit. Edomites are overdosing on pills and things like that. They're losing their grip. Call all Yahweh Shem Shai. Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand, that made all the earth drunken, and the nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore the nations are mad. Okay, so mad can also go into full of rage, but also crazy. And Esau himself done gone crazy, man. That Christianity juice, man, and you know, you have a lot of them deep, heavy Christians. They got their churches shut down, and their pastors are being exposed for being pedophiles and touching little boys, and the congregation has nowhere to seek for answers. They're having to go on, you know, little Facebook live streams if they got it. And they just desperately want their kingdom to be returned back to, you know, a state where they perceived as being like heaven and peaceful. But the Lord is judging this place. And these Edomites, they're not feeling it, bro. They're not. They can't deal with that type of pressure of seeing their precious kingdom crumbling.
Who the fuck told you what my title is, motherfucker? Shut the fuck up.
Okay,
Motherfucker.
Hey man, I hope you brothers and sisters, man, got a good laugh off of that, man. I know Joachim and Aqua need a good laugh. So you see Esau acting our ass and against each other, man. and smitten with a heavy demon like that causes you to look a damn fool, that much madness, boy, man, that's some judgment for your ass. Matthew 12:26. If Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then his kingdom stand? And his kingdom ain't standing. It's stumbling, bro. It's falling, man. It's eating the dirt, man. It's beefing it. Satan is getting destroyed, man. They straight coming up against each other. We ain't used to see no Edomites come against each other like this. Ecclesiastes 1:17. And I gave my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly. So we can see madness and folly, when it's there. And that was madness and folly. So I perceive that this also is a vexation of spirit. I mean, yeah. So that's why I made that statement that, it is hilarious to see her acting ass, but mentally, when I'm walking through the store, I'd be wishing I could just do that shit, bro. Just go the fuck off on Edomites. I mean, not sit up there and try to get them what she was trying to do. Repentance, you can repent or you're going to go to hell, man. Edomites can't repent. The kingdom isn't promised to Esau Edom. The kingdom is for Israelites, all right? You Edomites, you got no business even being concerned with the scriptures whatsoever, man. You haven't, it fits you no way, man. It's not for you. Now, it would have benefited you if you would have allowed us to keep our law, statutes, and commandments, and your kingdom would have thrived even more. But all you did is seek to oppress us and go against the law, statutes, and commandments. So now your kingdom is getting judged for it. But hey, you should have just went ahead and gave up your kingdom to us, man. Let us rule it in righteousness in this country. If you thought this country was great, man, if you would have executed the law, statutes, commandments, and you made sure we were on point with that, you talk about prosperous, but you damn devils couldn't do it, man. So yeah, everything as prophets, we see all the bullshit and the folly that goes on in this world, man. It's the simple ass people out here. Zero concern of the Lord or what's going on in the world. Zero concern about prophecy, what's getting ready to happen. They just out here living the best lives, man. And you got some Edomites that are getting tired of it too, because they know it's all crumbling and going to shit. The ones that's quote unquote woke. And that'd be funny if that Edomite was or that woman was a Jade. But I highly doubt it. She was just possessed, man. That demon got on her to really make fun of her, man. Make fun. Hey, demons be having fun with these damn devils too. Hey, Satan, spiritual demon Satan is coming against Esau now. They ain't your buddy no more. What you don't know is you just got supplanted by the Most High, Esau. You thought you could pray to the spiritual demon Satan for more power, and it ain't working. You're losing your grip. That time is over with. You signed your name in blood, and now you got to pay up, man. Now you got to go into captivity for 1,000 years, be eradicated. Lose everything. You got to pay for all the things you've done, man, to the Lord's chosen people. So, Lord's will, this lesson was edifying. I'm going to go ahead and close out. Give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, by Hashem Rakakadash. Double honors to those of the apostles. A great millstone, touch truth and will well. And salutations to you, hopefully pushing this truth in all honesty and sincerity. Shalom, about the ball.
And that's just it. You see, if we were allowed to keep our customs that we always had before, because in the Greek captivity, we were allowed to keep our customs, and we knew we was Israelites. In this kingdom, we didn't even know we was Israelites, and now, our people want to trust in being so-called black, that they actually think that Joe Biden gives a shit about them? Come on, man, our people are gone, But this is what's happening, though. You can see, though, that these Edomites are turning against each other. Isaiah chapter 19, verse 2. I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, And they shall fight everyone against his brother, everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. You know? All these motherfuckers are going to burn in hell, right? Which, basically, their kingdom is going to be burning. But what they like to call hell, you know, well, they're going through it now. You know? Yeah. The spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. Yeah, man, people know. And I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to their idols and to the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards. Yeah, they're going to pray to their Jesus, but it's not going to work. And the Egyptians will I give over into the hands of the cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Most High, the Lord of hosts. You know? Again. Verse 6. And they shall turn the rivers away, and the brooks of defense shall be emptied and dried up. The reeds and flags shall wither. You know? And that's happening, man. There's a shortage. There's food shortages everywhere. Supply and demand, you know? Well, that's all leading to the mark of the beast, which the next two videos are about. And this one's a very short one, but it's here, man. And this is in on a show that's on Netflix.
Don't sleep. There is that. It's that. Buddy, you made it! Come on in. We're not on the way. This is smart. Agent Bobby.
Did you see that?
I'm sorry.
Anesthesia on my forehead, yeah. It's more in my hands. Turns on my lights, fingers, and has my credit card info.
See, man? Mark of the beast in your hand or in your forehead. But wait, there's more, you know. Now they have digital ID in Nigeria. The digital ID is the next step to the mark of the beast. Same thing with the digital dollar and digital wallet. So I hope all this has been edifying, and like everything else, we're going to keep on proclaiming this truth while we still can. With that, I want to say Barak Yahweh, Barak Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, Wa Abad Babal, and Barak Atam Yehofolek. Shalom.
All praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well, pushing this 100% truth of the gospel, waking up and sealing the elect of the nation of Israel through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And salutations to all your sincere Archimedes that are pushing this gospel in all righteousness and in all sincerity, risking your lives and your freedom to do so. Alright, this is your brother about one on the another lesson right here. Okay, so first of all, I'll start with the book of Revelation 13, verse 16, and it reads, And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. This right here is the mark of the is the mark of the beast scripture, going into the future Bible prophecy, in which Esau Edom, which is that fourth beast, okay, that red dragon, is going to institute is going to enforce or institute a decree in which everybody must take in the mark of the beast within their bodies, either in their hands or in their foreheads or any other part of their body. I wish you know that mark of the beast is the RFID microchip. Okay, right now what Esau is doing is that he's preparing the infrastructure, or rather he's preparing to he's preparing all the instruments, that's what I said, the infrastructure that he needs to keep people or that he needs in order to make this mark of the beast work. Okay, so you have your 5G towers going up, so you have this digital currency blowing up currently. Okay, you see something funny. Okay, you see major companies, MasterCard, Tesla, Elon Musk, all these other companies, they are putting millions into Bitcoin right now. All of them are. That's why even the apostles I mentioned this. That's why Bitcoin increased from 11,000 to like 30,000 in just a week, because all these major companies are putting a lot of money into this Bitcoin right now and increasing its value. Alright, so that's why you see Russia and China implementing the digital yuan and digital rubles. Okay, because the Esau is preparing, the whole earth for this mark, and that's why you see this C-19 vaccination going around and people getting injected, and Esau is trying to is slowly easing those draconian decrees that would make it so that if you do not have a vaccine, or if you're not taking this vaccine, then you can't get the job. If you're not taking the vaccine, you can't go to the supermarket. Alright, so I have an article right here. Okay, because some people like to believe that this mark of the beast thing is only going to happen in first world or developed countries. They're not going to come to the third world, or it's not going to come to places like Africa. Because because of because we believe that Esau's hand doesn't extend up to here, but that's not actually the case. Okay, because you see that even in third world countries, that Esau is already preparing these nations to, he's already preparing the nations for when he starts pushing that RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast. When he starts pushing that mark of the beast, and this is an article that I don't just read the title. Nigerians plan to replace bank IDs with digital ID numbers, and if you know what this is going back to ID 2020, which is Bill Gates and co. They wanted everybody on the whole planet, right, to have a digital identification by 2020. Okay, so what Esau is doing is that he's trying to get everybody on the grid. Okay, trying to get everybody basically. Basically, he's trying to get everybody on the grid. Before he pushes this mark of the beast, trying to know exactly how many people are on the planet, so that he will know how he can implement this mark of the mark of the beast. So what I'll do is I'll read a little bit of this article. Okay, so right, it reads: the federal government authorities in Nigeria say talks are ongoing with various stakeholders to see how biometric-backed bank verification numbers, or BVNs, can be integrated with and replaced by national identification numbers, NINs. The BVN is a scheme introduced by the Central Bank of Nigeria with the goal of protecting bank account holders. And that's right, you see, this is how Esau is going to get so many people to take that mark of the beast through the banks. Okay, they lock up the money that you have in the bank to tell you that unless you have this mark of the beast, you're not really going to be able to access that money. Unless you have this, you're not going to be able to access that money. And that's exactly what Esau did. I believe that was a decade ago. So I cannot decade ago. It was actually 5 to 6 years ago. During 2015 to 2016, when they first introduced this BVNs. Okay. Every single bank account holder in Nigeria has to have these BVN numbers before they could have access to their bank accounts. They caused a lot of problems during that time. But anyway, that's beside the point. But so now Esau has so now the Nigerian government, okay, I want to say Esau, but but we all know who is behind this, and who is behind this. Okay, but basically Nigerian government now wants to add an extra layer to it by introducing these NINs, which are national identification numbers, which is basically going to national ID for every citizen. This is the number that this is the digital ID number. I think it is something like the social security number that you have in Babylon. But now these banks are forcing almost every Nigerian, or rather every bank account holder in Nigeria to get a national ID card so they can get this NIN number and register it with their banks. The same thing is happening with SIM cards. Okay, these mobile phone companies. Okay, these service providers, the select I forgot the term that they use for this, for the SIM card companies, like the ones that we have here in Nigeria, MTN, and the that makes SIM cards. But basically they did the exact same thing. They say that you have to use your NIN to register your SIM card before they can actually work, before you can make calls with it, or before you can use the data collection to browse with it. And that's what is going. That's what is being implemented right now in Nigeria. They are using little things, everyday things that you need in order to survive in this. That you need in order to function in this world right now to get that digital idea. We all know that it's all leading up to the mark of the beast. Okay, the RFID microchip, because pretty soon they're going to say, let's put all this information in the RFID chip, and let's put it inside your body, okay, so that you're not able to lose it, so that you have it with you, it won't be hacked and all this. They make, as he just said, that that he spoke great things, okay, that he performed miracles and spoke great things, that made people say, who is like, and let them get that preset as well, who is like unto the beast. They make it, I think that's even the same Revelations, and they make it fire fall from heaven and all that. And yeah, it is. Right, this is the book of Revelation 13 verse 11. And I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. He had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. Right, and this is speaking of Esau Edom, with the draconian legislations, okay, with his laws that he makes. Okay, with the law that he makes, which is going back to draconian laws. You already know, alright, the apostles already pointed out a lot of times before that the draconian laws go back to an Athenian lawmaker called Draco. And it also, not, let me get the definition of draconian real quick. Okay. I don't want to butcher it, okay, so draconian. Okay, the etymology is from Athenian lawmaker Draco, known for making harsh laws, and it's very severe or strict. That's basically it, okay. Let's see what Esau is doing right now, because you see, right, what's going on, the whole, with places like London or I should say the UK being locked down, and I see that word that the lockdown will not ease up until April, because they've been, and that's what Esau has been doing. He has been extending and pushing forward the deadline, constantly pushing it forward, up until and who knows, during that April time they might push it forward as well. They're making different draconian laws right now, okay, especially for this infection, which we already know is not as severe as he is making it out to be, okay. So going on, Revelation 13 verse 12, and he exerciseth all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. And this is speaking about what the first beast is. That's right, that what's the term? Yeah, Greco-Roman. No, I think that's the Roman Empire, okay. And the next beast that has been brought up is what this current Roman Empire. This I don't know what I'm saying. This new Roman Empire, yeah. Okay, because we already know about the story of the Dark Ages, okay. How the Dark Ages and the Holy Roman Empire, how Rome how Rome was taken over by Jake, right, and up until the rising of the Byzantine Empire, which was also ruled by Jake, and the original English, French, Spanish, German, and Irish, Scottish, all these countries, the original inhabitants, the original kings of this country, the people that created and ruled over these countries first were Jake, okay, up until the Renaissance, which of course, if you go into the word Renaissance, it means the rebirth, when Esau had come back into power and come back into power. And now what has it done? He has brought back all the decrees, okay, all the ways of the Roman Empire currently to this world, okay, because during the time of the Roman Empire, you saw it clearly, okay. You can look this up, even in the book of Maccabees, the book of First Maccabees, it shows you this, that they practiced democracy. They had a senate that appointed their leader. It shows you that your vote does not matter, okay. It is the senators that choose who the leaders is. And even you really want to get deep into it, it's the international bankers, okay, the Rothschilds, those banking families, the Jewish banking families that choose, alright, the leaders of these countries, okay. And that's why you see that during the Dark Ages, right, that you had kings ruling, not presidents, not emperors, not a senate or anything like that, because the world was being ruled by Jake during that time, and they went back to the way that the world should rightfully be ruled, which are through kings, okay. So going on, and from verse 13 now, and he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven on the sight of men, and deceiveth them that dwell on the earth by means of those miracles which he had power to do in his sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth, that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a deadly sword and did live, okay. That's what you see right now going on the earth. He's doing all these miracles, promising all these great things, okay. So people that people would fall for him. They will fall for his deceits, and what he will follow, and he will follow, his agenda. They will follow his agenda wholeheartedly, not knowing that it is a way that leaded to destruction. Okay. So now let me continue with this article a little bit. Nigeria's The Guardian reports that Communications and Digital Economy Minister Dr. Isa Pantami made the disclosure recently as he visited some NIN enrollment centers in the capital Abuja to take the pulse of how the enrollment process is unfolding so far. Pantami noted that biometric data is not consistently captured during registration processes, with the number of fingerprints collected sometimes varying, which makes it difficult to integrate the various systems, which is all bullshit, of course, but they have to make an excuse as to why they want to implement this digital ID, which is what they'll use. They'll say that the biometric, which is taking up your fingerprints, that is not reliable enough. They'll make different excuses as to why they don't want to use fingerprints anymore, which is even what Esau is doing currently. Say that fingerprints aren't as secure as they used to be, so now you have to use a new method, which is these digital IDs, which is not a database for yourself online, and then have that database that you have online as your digital ID uploaded into or programmed into the chip and put in your arm, and that way you have your identification card with you. How convenient is that? And this is how this devil will deceive so many people, telling that it's convenient, okay? And even with the Neuralink technology, which is also a part of the mark of the beast technology, so many people right now believe that Elon Musk is actually trying to create the technology that can do all these miracles, heal people with paralysis, or cure or prevent or even minimize the effects of these diseases like Alzheimer's and dementia. Okay, and this is how Esau is going to get so many people, and I've already said this multiple times, but through these miracles, okay, through these deceits, right, just tricking people that he's trying to do, right, they're trying to make a better place, but we already know what these devils, okay, how these devils work, okay, forgers of lies, physicians of no value, that's what they are. To continue, the federal government moves to see BVN replaced with by NINs is being made because the BVN is just a bank policy, unlike the NIN, which is mandatory and provided for by law. Alright, so we discussed with CBN governor today, let me just skip this part, and the report has that the idea of replacing the BVN with the NIN was re-echoed by the minister during a recent presentation he made to the National Economic Sustainability Committee. More than 4 million BVNs were reported to have been issued as of late last year. And this is what this is just all part of preparation for the mark of the beast. What I have here is ID 2020. I don't know if you remember last year, of course you should, but during that last year, you had something called ID 2020, and that was going to more of the I want to say algorithm for the mark of the beast, preparing the way for the mark of the beast. Right, and I'm on the website right now, and it's talking about what the need for digital ID, and it goes into how the people need to identify them. The people need to be able to identify themselves, especially now that the world is going so-called digital. And this is all just what Esau's way of trying to get everybody on the grid, so as to be far more easier for him to implement the mark of the beast. First, which would basically be, slowly, but slowly from from suggesting people have it within, from suggesting that people have it to forcing them to take the mark of the beast, in their right hand or in their forehead. And when this time comes, okay, when the time of the when the time that Esau starts to really starts to push this chip comes, you're going to see you're going to see a lot of people bug out because they are not prepared for this, even though one of the major prophecies that we are waiting for right now, and we are constantly bringing it out. Every week, new information about the mark of the beast is coming out. But we've already said this so many times that the mark of the beast is the RFID microchip. Okay, they can be nothing else. The breakdowns are all clear. Everything makes sense. Okay, from from what actually is in the scriptures. And let me get that. Revelation 13 verse 16. From what it actually is in the scriptures, which in Mark, going into the Greek charagma. Alright, charagma. Let me go to that. Here it is, a mark. And the meaning of the mark is
Strong's G 5480. Charagma.
Alright, Strong G 5480. Here it is charagma, which is a stamped and imprinted mark of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge as of the followers of the Antichrist, which is of course is false. But anyway, the mark branded upon horses, things, cows, sculpture, graven work. Okay, which is what telling you that it is something that it is a physical mark, and it is going to be inserted into you. Okay, which is the exact same thing which is what that RFID. Alright, microchip is it's going to be inserted into you as well. It has all the makings for the mark of the beast. Alright, whether it has the mark of the 666, which goes in, and let me go into that one as well. Chai Psi stigma. Alright, that's exactly what. Let me just go to it. And you see it right here, Chai Psi stigma. Okay.
Strong's G 5516. Chi Psi stigma. Chi Psi stigma.
You see right there, Chai Psi stigma. The 666, which of course you should see it on these I think they call them ISBN. No, they call them the ISBN numbers, which what is. I think I should go to that, but let me just leave it there. Okay. So everything is just, so all roads, okay, everything that is going on right now is leading up in one way, shape or form to this mark of the beast, because Esau knows that this is the one way in which he can have that rulership over the earth. As written in the book of Job chapter 20, that say that when that while he is eating, that's going to something else. Okay, I mixed it up. But that's going to something else. But he knows that this is the only way in which he can have that dominion over the earth the way that he does. Going into the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, that he exalted and he exalted himself. He opposed and exalted himself as the Most High. Okay, as well. I have to go to that. So, okay, I think I made a mistake there. Okay, it is 2 Thessalonians 2 verse 4. Who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called God, or that is worshipped, that is, so that he, as the Most High, seated in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. And this is all for this devil's God complex, because they want to have everybody on the planet in perpetual servitude. They want to create their own version of the kingdom of heaven on earth. But we already know that it is going to fail. Okay. So I'm going to end it right there. I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'asham, Yahushai, Ba'asham Rachak Wadash, Wa Abad Babal, Shalom.